Hey guys, it's Classic LA Team back again with another stream. Today we are doing the Chapter 3 investigation from, for Chapter 3? Yeah, I said this, yeah. Chapter 3 investigation for Super Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. This is your spoiler warning, because I know as soon as we open the game there's going to be spoilers and stuff. This is carrying on from yesterday when we found out that two characters had died. I repeat, this is your spoiler warning. I'll put it in chat. And I'll pin it. Hang on, let me just put this in chat because I don't want people moaning about spoilers. So, this is a spoiler warning. Yeah, so I've just put a spoiler warning in chat. And with that, we will begin.
Danganronpa.
So we will carry on from where we left it. Also, I've finally got a copy of V3 by the way, so that's cool. Like, I've been putting up with this for a while.
Hey!
But why is it so damn hot in here? I hate being hot. It's because your clothes are so smothering. I seriously can't stand it. I'll let you guys investigate this place. And so, Kazuichi left the music venue under a cloud of grumbling complaints. But it really is hot. In fact, it's swelteringly hot. Why is it this hot? No, before that, I need to check the Monokuma file first. There are two victims this time, Ibuki Miyoda and Hyoka Saionji. Ibuki Miyoda's cause of death was a crushed windpipe as a result of choking. There were no other external injuries. Oh, well, as far as she was hung, but we don't know if she hung herself and it was suicide or whether someone... I have a little bit of a theory as to what's happened. So I think that the culprit has, because Ibuki's despair disease was the gullible, well, we called it the gullible disease, that somebody just said, oh yeah, go and hang yourself pretty much, and then she just went along with it, because that's what we saw on the monitor. She just walked up and hung herself. Hyoka Saionji's cause of death was blood loss due to her throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool, so they were both throat injuries then. It appears her death was instant. What the? Is this it? I already knew the cause of death from the beginning, so this isn't going to be a useful clue. We need the time of death. We know the time of death has to be sometime in the morning, before the morning announcement, so it's probably going to be around 6:30. It's strange. Why did the killer kill two people? Huh? I mean, the more people you kill, the more clues you'll leave, right? So, I don't think it's really necessary to kill two people and take that kind of risk. I agree with that. Or, was there a reason that they had to kill two people? Like someone seeing? A reason for killing two people? Regardless, something like this shouldn't be forgiven, so...
I'll definitely find out.
I will definitely find the truth behind this case.
I think.
That's what I think. Seriously, I'd really prefer it if she had a more confident sounding catchphrase. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was wearing when she was sick. What's this on Ibuki's feet? I didn't notice when she was hanging, but the soles of her feet are dirty. It's blood, right? But but there shouldn't be any external injuries on Ibuki. If that's the case, this blood belongs to someone else. Might belong to Hiyoko. Which means that Hiyoko could have died first. Hey, Hajime, can I talk to you for a sec? You already discovered the body before you met up with us, right? Yeah. At first I didn't know it was Ibuki because of that hemp bag, though. But I knew right away she was dead, since she was hanging from that rope. Which means Ibuki must have died before Hiyoko was tied up.
Well.
That helps. There's no time of death written on the Monokuma file this time, so I wasn't really sure who died first. It's true. The estimated time of death wasn't written in the Monokuma file this time, but I should know when Ibuki died because I personally saw it. In that video, Ibuki was climbing the stepladder on her own, so right after that... Wait, hold on. If Ibuki climbed that stepladder and died right after, does that mean she committed suicide? No, that's impossible. Because even if Ibuki committed suicide, it doesn't explain Hiyoko's death afterward. 2 different deaths happened at the same time. There's no way that's a coincidence. Ibuki's body lay atop the stage. She's wearing the hospital gown she was in. Oh no, it's this all. But that's really impossible. I mean, if Ibuki's death was a suicide, then Hiyoko's death afterward has no explanation. It's the rope that was tied to the batten lighting on the ceiling. Ibuki hanged herself with this rope and died. From what I can tell, it looks like a regular length of rope with no unnatural features. But despite the fact this music venue has a storage room, there shouldn't have been any rope in there. Which means it was obtained from the supermarket. Did the killer bring it from there? That means anybody could have obtained this rope, and it means it'd be difficult to use this as a clue. I wonder if that's true. Huh? Oh, I just noticed a little something. Is it okay if I confirm it? Excuse me, Mikon. Do you have a moment? What's happened? There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Well... Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself. That was obvious the moment we discovered the body. You might not have seen it, but we all saw that she hanged herself. You're right. Yep, I got it. So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. Geez, as usual, I have no idea what he's up to. So that's very cryptic. Ibuki had a hemp bag on her head and was hanging from the ceiling. I knew this bag would be significant. Because obviously, because I've seen all the deaths and stuff, I knew about the bag that was on her head. Which means, and we saw the hemp bag, and I said at the start, I said that it was going to be significant. Yeah, so this is the one that's come from the movie theatre. But why did she have a hemp bag on her head? Wait, huh? That hemp bag, upon further inspection, there's a monomy decal on the fabric. It looks like this isn't just a normal bag. There's a massive candle positioned near the front of the stage. The door light in that video must have been coming from this candle. A candle this huge might be perfect for lighting, but they didn't need to bother using a candle. They could have just used a normal stage lighting. The stepladder was tipped over on its side. This must have been the stepladder that Ibuki used in the video I saw. Isn't that a bloodstain? Look, there's blood around the left side of the stepladder. Oh yeah. As I recall, Ibuki didn't have any external injuries. If that's the case, then it must be Hiyoko's blood. That's the only thing I can think of. A bloodstain that probably belongs to Hiyoko is on the left side of the stepladder. What does it mean? What was Hiyoko's cause of death? I know her throat got slit or something. Yeah, sharp edge tool. With her arms crossed and a thoughtful look on her face, Sharky was silently staring at the stage floor. Did something drop on the floor there? Nothing dropped. It's just dirty. Dirty?
Hey.
See? Take a close look at the floor.
See?
If you look closely, you're right. There's a smudge as if something was wiped off. Wait, this isn't something. It's a bloodstain. Is this a bloodstain?
Yep.
Well, a bloodstain isn't strange. Hiyoko's neck was slashed not far from here.
But still.
Rather, what's strange is, why did the killer try to hide it? Hide it?
So...
If they weren't trying to hide it, they wouldn't have bothered wiping it off. The reason the killer wiped off the bloodstain, as long as the body is nearby, there's no way they'd be able to conceal the crime by wiping off the bloodstain. So, what was the killer trying to hide? I can't wait for the cast trials to allow to voice everything. There's a control panel on the wing of the stage. It seems you can use this control panel to raise and lower the baton lighting on the ceiling. In fact, we use this to lower Ibuki's hang body. Speaking of the lighting, the video of the music venue I saw, it had a dim candle light ambience to it, and it didn't look like this lighting was used at all. But why didn't they use this lighting? Was there some reason that would have inconvenienced them?
So you have
I see. So you noticed too, fiend. Huh? Noticed? So you didn't notice? Are those just little glass balls? Take a good look at the baton lighting above your head. Have you not noticed that aberrant item? Look at the baton lighting? You mean that? There's something that looks like black paper stuck to the baton lighting. So you finally noticed. But I can't really see it from here. I should lower the baton lighting one more time
I can
and...
see it!
There is no need.
Go, my 4 dark Divas of destruction!
Go, Mirage Golden Hawk Jumpy. Now is the time for you to take flight. Feast your eyes upon the brave souls of my 4 dark Divas of destruction. A hamster launched itself from Gundam's hand and ran up to the baton lighting on the ceiling in a flash. He started running around the stalks of the paper in rapid circles, and then the paper fluttered downward and was deftly caught by Gundam. Did you see that? Behold the power of the ultimate evil I wielder. That is amazing. I have never seen a hamster do tricks. They're my 4 dark Daves of destruction. Hamsters are merely their temporary form. So what's with that paper? It seems to be some kind of thick paper, though it does not have any special spells scribed onto it. It appears it's nothing useful. No, that's not it. There's no doubt this is some kind of clue. I mean, the fact that it was stuck in a place like that, no matter how we think about it, it is too unnatural. Is there anything else? There's a black curtain hanging at the far side of the stage. This curtain, it's not wide enough. It can't reach from one edge of the stage to the other.
Huh?
It's not really a full-length curtain. This curtain wasn't originally here, right? If it was, it's strange that it doesn't fit properly. It was probably obtained from the furniture section of the supermarket. See, the back of the curtain is taped for temporary use, just like the curtain at the supermarket. So you're saying someone took the time to actually bring that curtain from the supermarket?
So...
If they went that far, this was probably something that the killer really needed for this crime. Why did they need it? Who knows? Well, it wouldn't be a mystery if the answers came easy. And then once the investigation's done, I'll probably do the trial today or tomorrow. Oh, so this is where Hyoko's body's tied. Hyoko's body is suspended against the pillar on the side of the stage. She's wrapped against the pillar with duct tape, and she looks like she was forced to stand upright. Damn it, who did this? According to the Momokumo file, her cause of death was a slit throat. Her neck looks like it stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. But why is Hyoko's kimono like this? Her kimono is all dishevelled. Also, her sash is tied in the front. Did the killer do this too? But when did the killer kill Hiyoko? When I first discovered Ibuki's body, I didn't see Hyoko's body here. I'm trying to see if you can see it. No, you can't. If that's the case, Hiyoko was killed. It must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. But that was barely 10 minutes. Is it really possible that the killer killed Hiyoko and taped her up in such a short amount of time? Maybe they hid the body and then moved it. Even if it is possible, whoever did it would have had a narrow window of time to do so. Because the killer must be someone who doesn't have an alibi during that time, right?
Hey!
Ah, Hajime, do you have a minute? No, you're in the way.
Now.
I don't wish to be in your way at all, but there's something I really need your help with. Help?
Actually...
If you look closely, there's an unnatural shape bulging from inside Hiyoko's kimono, so I was thinking she might be hiding something. Wait, hold on. Don't tell me you want me to search inside Hiyoko's kimono.
Huh?
Huh? That's exactly it.
Why?
Well, it would have been a problem if she were alive, but she's dead now, you know? Still an invasion of privacy. Get Chiara to do it. Don't mess with me. Are you saying there's no problem with that now that she's dead? Fine. If you don't want to do it, I'll just have to ask someone else.
Hey!
Akane!
Yo!
What's up?
Hey.
Well, there's something I want you to do for me. It looks like there's something inside Hiyoko's kimono, so can you feel around for that?
What?
I don't really understand, but I just gotta check Hiyoko's kimono, right?
Thanks.
Thank you, Akane. Helping each other is such a wonderful thing.
Now then.
Let's see. Akane reached through the duct tape binding Hiyoko as she stuck her hand inside her kimono. Damn it, she's so tight, I can't really reach with my hand. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yo!
There's something. Is this what you were looking for? Is this a key?
Perhaps...
It looks different than the keys to the cottage, so this may be a key to her motel room. The key to a motel room, huh?
What?
If the key was so deep inside a kimono that it'd be hard to remove, then it's very unlikely that the killer tampered with this evidence.
Isn't that right?
Because if this is a trap, they would have put more toward the front of her kimono so we'd notice it easier. Which means we can conclude this is something Hiyoko had with her all along.
Hey.
Also, it's not like I'm adding to that or anything, but you look like you were curious about the condition of Hiyoko's body, right, Hajime? Of course, that's why I'm investigating. It's true, there are several mysteries regarding her body. Well, just hear me out for a second. Out of all those mysteries, what I think is the strangest is...
See?
The way they wrapped her body with that duct tape. It's almost like they were trying to hide the wound on Hiyoko's neck, don't you think? Hide the wound on her neck? I don't really know if that was their true intention, but I guess it's a big help for our investigation. The reason for the low volume of blood is because the duct tape is acting as a compress, right? If her body was left alone after her throat was slit, the surrounding area would be a sea of blood. A sea of blood, huh? 2 dead bodies floating in a sea of blood. That's enough to make anybody faint. Okay, still more. This looks like the music venue's AC unit. That's right, you might be able to adjust the hot air in the music venue with this. Alright, I should mess around with it a little, like so. It's running as a heater, over 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't just Google what that is in Celsius. Because this is an American game, so I want to know what that is in Celsius. Probably about 30 degrees Celsius or something. Hang on. Oh yeah, it is 30 degrees. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, like, if I was walking around at 30 Celsius, like, I can't handle it like that, like. Wow, that's hot. Now I'm wondering why it's so damn hot. I better turn off the heater for now. That should cool things off a little. Yeah, since there doesn't seem to be anything else. The shattered remains of a machine are spread all over the floor.
I see.
This appears to be the surveillance camera unit.
This too.
Kyozuichi put it in the music venue for communication purposes. Why is it destroyed like this? Hi. There's a spoiler warning in chat. There's no spoilers. Well, okay. Perhaps criminal psychology is at play here? What do you mean?
Well?
Even if they know they are not being recorded, there is no way the killer would tolerate committing a murder in front of a camera.
fine.
So that's why they destroyed the camera. Seems plausible enough. They'd hesitate to murder someone in front of a camera, and that's why we could have destroyed this. Well, that's a lie, because Ibuki died right in front of the camera. Then, what was that thing I saw? Probably start getting some alibis as well.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, take a look at this. What? Look what's in front of the door. This is a drumstick, right? And it looks like it's broken. What happened to it?
Like...
If something like that is in front of the door, you think it might be a really big clue? Why would this be a clue? Remember when we came to the music venue? If it won't open, the only thing we can do is force our way through. I wonder if that's going to be possible. Of the four of us, two of us are girls, you know? It doesn't matter if you can do it or not. We have to try. Let's go. We'll all charge at the same time. Ready, set, go! At Fuyuhiko's signal, we charged into the door at full force. The door was locked when we tried to go inside, and the four of us charged into the door. But when I examined it, I found out that this door doesn't have a lock at all. Huh? The door is designed to be pushed open, and this is the shape of the handle. If a stick was used to bar the door here, well, don't you think it would lock the door and keep it from opening? You mean, you think this drumstick was used to lock the door? The broken drumstick on the floor in front of the door should be proof of that. Then, how was the killer able to get out? Oh, it's another locked door mystery. This is the third locked door mystery of Danganronpa. Because V3 has a locked door mystery. One has a locked door mystery. So does this one. Huh? I mean, the music venue doesn't even have windows. This door is the only entrance. If they lock the door from the inside, the killer wouldn't be able to escape outside.
Like...
Maybe. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue. And they waited until we were already at the scene of the crime to join us.
I get it.
You know, don't they use tricks like that a lot in mystery dramas and stuff? If that's the case, there might be evidence of that around here somewhere.
Damn it.
Alright, I'm definitely going to find it. I won't let the killer get away with this. The killer was still inside when we broke down the door to the music venue, huh? Like you said, that might be possible, but...
Listen to the whole story.
I heard what you two were discussing. Chiaki, that was kind of a cool entrance.
Well?
Besides the broken drumstick, I've also discovered something interesting. What is it?
See?
Look, there's a weird glob where the right and left door touch. See? You're right. What is this? It looks too firm to think it's rubber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like rubber, but... As she said that, Chiaki bent down, scraped off the semi-transparent glob with her finger. Nom. Why are you putting it in your mouth? Ah, it smells like workshop chemicals. Workshop? And this chewiness. I see. This thing may be a glob now, but that doesn't mean it was a glob from the start. For instance, if it was originally a liquid that hardened into this, it might be possible to apply it directly and smoothly into the gaps of the door. What are you talking about? Just as I thought, it tastes nasty. Sharky spat the glob out of her mouth and left the area. Besides that bit about the taste, it's okay to consider this some kind of clue, right? Hey, are you okay? Are you still not feeling well? Huh? Yeah, I don't really get it, but when I think about Nekomaru, it's like my knees start shaking. That's weird. There's no way I've got that kind of weakness. It'd probably go away if I battled a strong dude, but Nekomaru's not here. Nekomaru will definitely come back. You're right. Did you direct your gaze to the brave stature of my 4 dark days of destruction? Oh, okay. So we'll get... There's a door that says staff only. Looks like the inside is a storage room. I might as well investigate in here too. There's carpeting, wallpaper and paint on the shelf. It's probably used for stage directions. This thick black paper that's folded up on the lower shelf, it looks like wallpaper. There are a lot of stickers pasted all over the front side of this wallpaper, and this edge of the wallpaper. It looks a little torn, but what does this mean? There's a lot of different musical instruments lined up here. I know about guitars and drums, but there are also instruments and machines that I've never seen before. I can see a ukulele, but they don't look like they pertain to the case. You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. It's probably used for checking costumes. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. Nagito, did you come here to investigate the storage room too? I just wanted to confirm what you were thinking. Is that it? Or is he trying to stand guard here?
Hey.
So how about it? Did you find any clues? The tipped over step ladder in the stage, the duct tape binding Hiyoko. That probably all came from this storage room. There might be other things from the storage room that they used for the crime. You always pretend to give me hints, but in the end you're just going to be on the killer's side, right? Aw, I'm not siding with the killer, you know. I'm just on the side of whoever acts in the name of hope. That's all there is to it. That's the main reason why this case is really special. Huh?
Man.
But I can't say for certain, though. What is this guy saying? As usual, he's not making any sense.
Hajime.
By the way, Hajime, I still don't quite understand the details of what happened.
Right?
Hey, if you can explain it to me in detail, I think I'd be able to give you some more useful information. Really? You might end up confusing us again instead. You don't want to find the truth. You just want to make us suffer.
How mean.
That's not true. I'm doing this because I believe it's for everyone's sake. Oh well. For the sake of everyone's hope, I'd gladly become the enemy, and I won't even mind when I die.
Damn it.
That's the main reason why. I can't overlook this case this time. Huh? What does that mean? Regardless, I guess you're not going to tell me, huh? Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings?
Hey.
You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Where exactly are you talking about? Well, obviously the movie theatre. After he said that, Nagito walked out of my sight. Movie theatre? Why, there's some interest in the movie theatre. First of all, it's where the hemp bag came from. Second of all, the movie. I guess that's everything important in this storage room. I guess I should go back to the music venue. Yeah, there's still people to talk to then. What's that? If only I'd noticed sooner, Ibuki might have been saved. Hey, when did you realise Ibuki was missing? After leaving Nagito's room, I went to the encore room, and that's when it came to me that I should go check on how everyone in the hospital is doing one more time before I go to sleep. And so I went to the patient rooms and noticed that Ibuki was gone. So I quickly ran out of the hospital. So that's what happened. And then I saw Fuyuhiko in front of the hospital, so I asked him if he could help me look for Ibuki. Huh? That reminds me, where were you? I thought you were resting in the lobby. That is a long story. I'm sorry, it's not like I doubt you or anything. There's no way I doubt you, because we've been together since this morning. You're right. We've been together until you went to the encore room. That's right. We've been together until just a little before the morning Monokuma announcement. So, I don't doubt you. I'm telling the truth. Is it alright if I continue with my autopsy? If you talk to me again later, I'll tell you what I know. So please, spare my life at least. What happened to not doubting me? Alright, with this, we might be close to finishing investigating the music venue. But I still need to talk to Mikon. I need to make sure I get those autopsy results from her. How about it, Mikon? Have you found out anything by now? To tell you the truth, it's been very inconclusive.
You got it wrong!
But it's not my fault. This music venue is just too hot. Because of the heat, I can't estimate the time of death. Because of the heat? Is that possible? If a body is overexposed to heat or cold, you won't be able to determine a precise time of death. I see, that might have been the killer's goal. They covered up their time of death by using the heater to make the inside of the music venue hot. But that's weird.
But
Even if this heat is the killer's doing, is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? I agree, as long as I saw it, it should be clear what order the murders occurred. First it was Ibuki, then Hiyoko. And as long as this is an imitation murder, there shouldn't be any mistaking the order of the murders. Huh? Imitation murder? Huh? You don't know, Hajime? I thought everyone already knew.
see?
It's a murder where the killer uses a creative work, like a song or film, as an outline for their killings. It's so common in detective novels, mangas and video games that you start to get annoyed by it. How would an imitation murder be related to this murder? Well, based on the killing order and the way they were killed, it's clear imitation of that movie. That movie?
Good instinct.
The assumption is, an imitation murder is the reason why the killer killed two people. The goal was an imitation killer. Even so, why did they feel the need to do something like that?
Do you have a minute?
Excuse me, if this was really an imitation of that movie, then is it possible that one more person might have been killed?
This too must
It's
be the
certainly
will
conceivable
of causality.
if the killer wishes to complete the imitation. Hold on a sec. What are you all talking about? An imitation murder? One more person might have been killed? Are you guys worried that there's going to be another victim? Then no worries! Things would get out of hand too fast if a bunch of people could be killed at once. I'm a real cautious fella, so I prepared a perfect countermeasure. On this killing school trip, the same black can only kill a maximum of 2 people. You mean you added another rule?
Yep.
Well, if killing everyone at once is okay, the black one will be able to secure an easy victory, right? This rule will prevent that. Make sure you slam it into your tiny brains. If it is a maximum of 2 people, then there will not be any more killings. Since you're here anyway, can I ask you one more thing? You know, I just want to confirm one of the class trial rules. I see. As expected of you, you're very strict about games.
Perhaps.
I don't want to consider this possibility at all, and I don't even want to think someone would do this. If 2 cases occur at once, what happens if there are 2 killers?
So,
Like I said, I'm talking about the possibility that Ibuki and Yoko were killed by 2 different people. That would mean that 2 killers exist at the same time, but we can only vote for one person, right?
I am concerned.
If you can only choose one based on a majority vote, the other person could certainly achieve victory.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
So what happens in that case? What about a case where there's 3 incidents instead of 2? Or if 4 incidents overlap one another?
Silence!
Shut up! It's okay. I'll make extra sure something like that never happens.
Hey.
Meaning 2 killers can't exist at the same time. So it's safe to say that applies to this case too, right?
Wow. I don't like this.
Alright, fine. That's right. There's always one killer at any given time. Even if they had an accomplice, I'd have you figure out who the mastermind is. Man, I ended up giving you a huge hint. She made me say it. Gamer brains are not to be underestimated. I should just shut up and go back to my cave. I see. So there's no possibility for 2 killers to exist at the same time. With this, I guess that narrows things down a little. Yep, that makes things a little easier.
Fine.
Plus, if the same killer can kill a maximum of 2 people,
Face your
it means a third victim will be
powerlessness.
impossible. Imitation murder breakthrough. You guys keep saying that and it sounds strange to me. What do you guys mean by imitation? 1 second. Could it be? You haven't seen it? Seen it? Seriously, seen what?
So,
Like I said, that movie. Oh, it's the one in the movie theatre.
oh my.
When we first explored this island, one of them was passing out invitation tickets. Then the imitation is...
Good instinct.
Of course, it's an imitation of that movie.
Well,
Well, based on the murder this time, it closely resembles that movie, as if they were copying it. As if they copied the movie. I see. Nagito mentioned something about that. Then it can't be helped. I guess I'll just rely on my gut feelings. Gut feelings? You should come by later too. I'll go there first and wait for you. Yeah, just get this. I see. So you haven't seen it. Still, it's not too late, I think. It's probably a good idea if you watch that movie before the class trial starts. Knew we'd get to see it. Looks like I need to do that. I'll be back in a second. Sorry guys, I'm back. Then I should get going too. There are other places I want to investigate. Where do you intend to go next, Chiaki? Probably the hospital, for sure. The first victim, Ibuki, was there. I don't know what was going on at the hospital in the first place.
You are right.
Thanks to that despair disease, we could not go there for some time. She's right. It might be good for me to investigate the hospital too. There might be some clues related to Ibuki's death. For clues related to Hyoko's death, I'll just try going over to the motel. There's still a lot of things I can do before the class trial. I'll definitely give it my all until the end. So I was going to the movie first. Go to the motel first. I just remembered, I never went inside any of the rooms in the motel. Plus, I don't even know where Hyoko's room is. It might be faster to just ask someone.
So you have a
You're here, right? Come on out. Huh? Are you talking to me? I can see you. Did you really think you could hide your presence like that? I wasn't trying to hide in the first place. Hey, which room was Hyoko staying in?
Listen well.
Open the door to the center room. However, are you prepared? Make sure you pray to whatever god you hold dear, and you might want to bring an extra pair of underwear. I wonder, how does this guy talk to his parents and teachers? Looks like it's locked, but the key is inside her kimono. Maybe if I use this. It opened, just as I thought. The key was Hyoko's room key. Alright, I should go inside. So Hyoko was staying here. She only stayed here a few nights, so it doesn't really feel like her room, but I feel a little conflicted.
Oh my!
Did the door open? Yeah, Hyoko put the key in her kimono, so I used that to open it. I see. What, did something happen? No, it is just... I am starting to believe it might be my fault. Her fault? What does she mean? The moment Hyoko came to this motel, she completely shut herself in this room. She was afraid of the despair disease, so she was cautious of you guys too, right?
However,
her fear of the disease was not the only reason she locked herself in her room. She had another reason. Besides that disease, what other reason would make her lock herself in her room?
Perhaps.
Her kimono. Her kimono? Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Since she had been in her room for some time, I told her it might be good for her to go outside for a bit. She kept the door to her room locked, but by coincidence it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. Hiyoko was crying and struggling with her kimono sash. Thank God this is censored. She did not want to smell bad, so she took a shower, but then she could not tie her sash anymore. Mahiru is no longer with us, so I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie a kimono, huh?
You are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. Hiyoko told me that she learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. The Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. That's why she wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps.
She probably could not forgive herself for not being able to do it, especially since Mahiru taught her. I could not really understand her feelings, which is why I said what I did. What did you say? Oh, Sonia.
Hyuko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Hi.
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue? If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health.
Why didn't Sonia just help her? And that was when she kicked me out.
It cannot be!
Could it be Hiyoko remembered that? Are you saying that she went to the music venue to wear her kimono? I can see that happening. Hiyoko locked her room and made sure she put the room key inside her kimono. I can't imagine that she was abducted by someone. If so, that's weird. Hey, did you tell anyone about that before the incident? Or was someone listening in on your conversation? I never told this to anyone, and I do not believe anyone was listening in on our conversation. Nobody knew? If that's the case, how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Something's wrong. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. There is no way anyone can use this. I don't see anything else that looks suspicious. There's no sign that someone made a mess of her room, and I don't think she was forcibly abducted. I feel like I couldn't really find any important clue. Oh well. Yeah, so there's nothing in her room, apart from that conversation.
Damn right.
Hey, Hajime, can you explain it to me again? What happened when you first discovered Ibuki's body? It was the same as when I found it with you guys. Ibuki's body was hanging from the batten lighting. However, there was no body discovery announcement made. That's why I went to get you guys. I met up with Chiaki at the motel, and when we were about to go back to the music venue, you met up with Mikan and me. And when we went back to the music venue, the entrance door wouldn't open for some reason.
I see.
So we had no choice but to break down the door, and discovered Hyoko's body was suddenly there too. Yeah, that's what happened.
Hey!
This is the most important part. When you arrived at the motel, who else saw you beside Chiaki? As I recall... Didn't you hear me? Oh, didn't you hear me? A body was found. Body? Could it be? Do you intend to spread lies like Nagito in order to confuse us all? Besides Chiaki, I also saw Gundam and Monami.
I see.
I see. So Kazuichi and Sonya didn't appear, huh? Do you think those two are suspicious?
Like...
Well, Hyoko was killed between the time he saw Ibuki's body and when we broke down the door, right? So obviously those two are the most suspicious since they weren't with us. That might be it, but... While we're at it, let me tell you my alibi too. When the morning Monokuma announcement woke me up, I went straight to the hospital. I saw Mikan panicking in front of the hospital, I asked her what's going on, and she said Ibuki disappeared. So you guys split up and looked for Ibuki, huh?
Well, yeah.
While we were circling the island, we came to the motel and saw you guys there. Did you see anyone else while you circled the island?
Well,
No, we went to the movie theatre and the street full of machines to look for Ibuki, but we didn't see anyone. Are you implying I don't have an alibi because I didn't run into anyone? It's unreasonable for you to doubt me. The time that Mikon and I were on our own looking for Ibuki wasn't very long. In that short time, there was no way I could have killed Hiyoko and wrapped her around the pillar with duct tape. It's true, I feel like there wasn't enough time to do that after I left the music venue. But the fact that Hiyoko was killed and we did discover her body...
huh?
What, do you still doubt me?
Jeez.
Well, I'm used to it. It's true I've done things that I deserve to be doubted for. So don't worry. Even if you doubt me, I don't plan on dismembering you and encasing you with concrete. I'd want to know in advance what I'd have to do to end up like that. To the music venue. Yeah, it's inside the movie first. Electric Avenue. The Wizard of Monomi instead of the Wizard of Oz.
Hello there.
Why hello there, Hajime. I knew you'd come here. That means you noticed it too, right? The case this time is an imitation case in which the killer used that movie as their theme. I wouldn't know. I haven't watched that movie yet.
I see.
Then you really should watch this movie first.
Hey!
Manager, a customer's here.
Did you call me? What?
Hajime the customer? Do you have a problem with that?
What are you gonna do?
And you said you didn't want to watch it, but I know you wanted to see it all along. If that's what Tsundere Hajime looks like, then you're really a tough guy. People so devoted to being Tsundere, you even bought the Monokuma sticker for $1.5 million!
Huh?
You paid $1.5 million for a sticker? It's nothing.
Listen up!
In exchange for not watching this movie, Hajime paid $1.5 million for a Monokuma sticker. Come on, since we're talking about it anyway, why don't you show it to Nagito? Stop it. But my resistance was in vain, and Monokuma reached into my pocket and took the sticker. See? It's this one. I'm sorry, I was born stupid. You bought this for $1.5 million? But in the end, he's still gonna watch the movie. Who cares about that anymore? Just hurry up and give me an invitation ticket.
Here!
Okay, here you go. It already says so on the invitation ticket, but it's only effective today, at this time. By the way, I can only give away one ticket per person. You only have one chance to watch it for free. I've already stamped today's date on the ticket, so you won't be able to cheat. Don't worry, I only plan to watch it once.
Look forward to it,
Then I'll go
okay?
prepare the projection reel. Please wait a bit, okay?
Hey,
Ah, Hajime, about the invitation ticket, I strongly recommend you keep that safe. Huh? Why? No reason, just think of it as a protective charm. I guess I should just wait until Monokuma finishes his preparations.
impossible.
Hajime, I can't believe you bought that stick thing, and you paid $1.5 million for it too. But even you said you should have just settled it with the money to get out of seeing that movie. You're right, but that means I would have had to buy that thing, you know? Just leave me alone.
No! Are you sure?
Hasty boys get hated, you know? They might even get hated by boy bears too, you know? You can hate me all you want. That reminds me. That item should be on top of the counter. The hemp bag. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it. Ah, did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks. It's a limited item, only one person can have it. If the tote bag is gone, that means...
What's this?
Whoa there. Were you interested in buying that tote
Too
bag?
bad.
Well, that's just too bad. It's already sold out. Who'd you sell it to?
You're so stupid.
There's no way I'd fall for that. There's no way I'd say something that would reveal who the killer is. So the killer bought it?
Shocking.
I remember you said there was only one because it's a limited item, right? It's not limited to one. It's more like it's limited to one person. What's the difference?
Hey,
When you buy one bag, you get another one for free. It's a common practice to pay customers with bonus prices. For some reason, hearing you say that annoys me.
well now.
Now then, I should forget that I carelessly made a slip of the tongue.
Now then.
Looks like the preparations are complete, so please enter the theatre right
Can't
away.
wait! I can't wait!
In we go. I knew we'd get to watch it. It's like playing Twilight Syndrome Murder Case. I apologise for keeping you waiting. World famous director Monokuma presents a stunning masterpiece that reduced American audiences to tears. The Wizard of Monomi 2.5D will be screening shortly. From the title alone, I have a bad feeling about this 2.5D. That sounds so half-assed. Like it's either 3D or 2D. Like, what's 2.5D?
Well then, please relax and enjoy the film.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
Wow.
One day, Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise.
What is this, and who voiced the film? Because that's what...
And was whisked away to Monomi's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change.
What is this, the Wizard of Oz? But like, freak.
So he began his journey to see the wizard Monomi, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monomi scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monomi scarecrow hanged herself and died.
Wow. Yeah, so Ibuki hung herself.
He also met a Monomi lion who was missing her courage, so he pumped her full of arrows.
Which isn't what happened to,
He also met a Monomi tin man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron.
Wow. Hi. Greetings.
After a lot of other stuff
I know.
happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monomi, the great and powerful.
Or sliced. The Hyuga had a throat slit, so it's probably that.
Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monomi.
What is this movie?
And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury.
What? Oh my gosh, this is awful.
And he lived happily ever after. The end.
That was awful. I'm gonna go watch The Wizard of Oz now, that's awful. Man, movies are the best. That drama was so moving that I needed 2 boxes of tissues, 1 for each head.
So,
Now then, let's meet again at the class trial.
bye.
Goodbye, bye-bye. I'm too disgusted to even let out a sigh right now. That's all I can say to describe this situation. How was it? Actually, I don't even have to ask. I totally expected your reaction. That was honestly the worst movie I've ever seen. Is it even okay to call it a movie? But thanks to that movie, now you know, right? Yeah. Just like you said, the characters who were killed in the movie match the victims in this case. Ibuki's death by hanging matched the Scarecrow's death in the movie. Much that, but Hiyoko's suspended body matches the lion's death too. Oh yeah, true.
But...
It would have been a complete imitation if the kid had killed 3 people, but it seems that wasn't possible. Perhaps the kid was upset about that right now, or if the killer's main goal was just an imitation murder, they should be upset about it, but I'm not sure if that's even true. So there's nothing else to say here. One second. This way. One sec, sorry. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna choose really quick. Okay. Oh yeah, somebody said, Sharky said she was going to the hospital. And yes, please feel free to ask me questions. Is this the... oh, okay. Hey, you prepared that surveillance camera unit, right?
Hey!
Yeah, so? I didn't make any weird modifications or anything. It's not like I'm suspicious or anything. Didn't you get this from that shady looking alley where all those machines were lined up?
Right!
Yeah, I just tweaked it a little. Then if there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too? No, that's impossible. Originally, surveillance cameras and surveillance monitors were only used as part of the same unit. The video that was filmed with the hospital camera can only be viewed on the hospital monitor. The video that was filmed with the music venue camera can only be seen on the music venue monitor.
Hey!
But if I left it like that, we wouldn't have been able to communicate, so I decided to swap the cameras. So that's how you guys were able to view the hospital footage from the music venue and vice versa. However, each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. So even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal. Meaning, even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. However, I didn't just swap the cameras, I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. You're right, you did work on that. There's a surveillance camera unit on top of the reception desk. As long as the music venue surveillance camera unit is destroyed, it's impossible to broadcast with this.
Hajime.
Hey, Hajime, there's something I want to ask you. You first discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue, right? But why did you go to the music venue? You had a reason for that, right? Did you see something with this camera?
That's right!
Oh, I also wanted to ask you that. It'd been different if the surveillance camera as a unit could record, but it's only good for household functions.
Hey.
Tell me, Hajime. Yeah, that's exactly it. I saw a strange video in that surveillance camera unit. It showed the music venue stage. There was a black curtain hanging like there is now. But the whole display was pretty dark because they were just using candlelight. There was a rope hanging from the ceiling, and beneath that, there was a stepladder on the floor. And right away, a person wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head appeared. I didn't know who it was because their face was covered, but now I know that must have been Ibuki. She walked straight to the stepladder and without any hesitation. She climbed the stepladder of her own free will, and then she grabbed that rope and... That's all I saw. The candlelight being used must have been snuffed out or something because the screen went dark all of a sudden and it wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Man.
Well, if the candlelight goes out, obviously nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared structures so things can still show up even in the dark. But the one I got from the machine alley was a really old model. Oh, hold on.
Well?
At the time you said you didn't know the person wearing the handbag was Ibuki, right? Yeah. You didn't know it was her, but you saw she was trying to hang herself, so you rushed over there to the music venue to try and stop her. But I didn't make it in time.
Hey.
Still, if she climbed the stepladder on her own, does that mean she committed suicide? Wouldn't that mean she's her own killer? Ibuki committed suicide? What do you think, Chiaki? There's no doubt Ibuki climbed the stepladder on her own, right? Yeah, there's no doubt. If so... Hey, don't think for so long. If you don't know, just be honest about it. Well, of course she doesn't. There's no way we'd be able to figure that out so easily. An hour. Oh yeah, I need to investigate the conference room on the second floor. I'm heading over there. What the heck? She ran away all of a sudden. She said the conference room, but why would she mention the conference room all of a sudden? Also, I might be just overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm just in the conference room. What's up the stairs? That looks dangerous. Here it is. What's this? It's pitch black. I can't see anything. Where's the switch? Don't turn it on. Huh? Chiaki, are you there? If you turn on the light, it's going to be fully exposed. It'd be embarrassing. What's fully exposed? Hey, Hajime. If you poke out your eyes, you can turn on the light. What are you going to do? Are you going to poke them out? I'm not going to poke out my eyes.
Aww.
Bummer. Troll fail. No sooner did she finish saying that, I heard the dry sound of curtains being drawn. There was a flash of intense light that stunned my eyes a little. I squinted my eyes until they started adjusting to the light. And I saw Chiaki finished opening the curtains that were covering the window.
Hey.
Were you surprised? Surprised? I don't get it.
Well?
I got it. Got what?
See?
The curtains in this conference room are designed to completely block out light. There's a projector in here, so they were probably careful about light shining through.
See?
A black curtain that blocks light, and it's also long enough to reach the floor. It's perfect. A black light blocking curtain, that's why it was so dark. So, is something wrong with it? I'm still in the middle of investigating, so it's a secret. Yeah, she's upset. But still, what was that all about? What was all that about? That bit about him being embarrassing if I look and troll fail?
Nope.
I just wanted to mess with you. Yep, she's definitely upset. Why is she acting so childish? Hey, did I do something to make you angry?
That's wrong.
I'm not angry, I think. Well, are you or aren't you? If you're not angry, you wouldn't have done something so weird.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already over what happened earlier, so you don't have to worry about it.
I think.
Is she teasing me? What happened earlier? It's a really big window. The room looks more spacious thanks to that. So this was a light blocking curtain. That's why it was so pitch black. It's like the curtain in the thingy. The music venue. It's a folding desk. They probably arrange these inside of the conference room during meetings. There's nothing that catches my eye. Okay, so there is literally nothing in the conference room. Seriously, that looks really dangerous. I wonder what's in there. Oh, that's the encore room. Well, I don't feel like I need to talk to Garnet.
Now then.
Phew, I'm finally getting back to my normal self. Hi, Jimmy, help me out with my recovery. You can touch my if you win. No thanks. She was bearable when she was quiet. It'd be so much better if she was still feeling the after effects. She'd beat me up if I said that out loud. Anyway, why are you here?
Hey!
Well, I've never been sick or hurt before, so I had no idea, but hospital gowns are pretty comfy. I was thinking I might as well keep wearing one. Don't tell me you plan to wear hospital gowns from now on. That's the idea, but it looks like they're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room, so I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. There weren't any gowns? Yep, that's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. If I have no choice, then I should just use Nagito's. It's a unisex size, so I'll probably be able to fit in it. Hold on. What happened to the gown you were wearing? Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Wearing clothes someone else was wearing is even grosser. Like, no time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Crap, I gotta go back soon. Well, it's okay since I already investigated the music venue, but leaving on guard duty was a bad idea. I guess I'm done investigating the hospital. I should move on to a different place. Or we can move to the class trial.
Hello! How's everybody doing? It's me, Monokuma! Yay! Awesome!
I'm not doing the trial today. I'll probably do it tomorrow and get chapter 3 done. Because we've done this over a week and a few days, because we did all the first day last week and then we did all the free time stuff yesterday, so we'll do the investigation now and I'll do the trial tomorrow.
The class trial's gonna start, you know.
It's a shame we didn't get a skill out of Mikan though. It means I've still got no skills.
So, make sure you guys come to Monokuma Rock ASAP!
I mean, it was nice to get to know Mikan though. I mean, we can carry on after the trial and stuff, but it's been nice getting to know her.
I'll see you soon!
It's already time. So, this again. I need to go to that place again. But now's not the time to be a coward. The reason Ibuki and Hiyoko became victims, in order to find the truth. The only thing I can do is go. Hi. Yeah, so chances are I'll probably do the trial tomorrow at some point. And if not, then I'll probably do it next Friday. Okay, I'll do my walk with that stuff. Oh my god, I needed to go to the central island, I'm actually stupid. Wait. Where's Monokuma Rock? Wait, no, yeah, that's right, I'm on the central island. Is it Monokuma Rock? Or is Monokuma Rock on the first? Oh, no, it's here. I'll find it. What do you mean, did I also get unverified? What do you mean? If you're on about on the internet, I've never been verified in the first place. Oh! Oh, basically, yeah, I've caught up now. Basically, loads of YouTubers have been being unverified and stuff. I was never verified in the first place, but everyone who heard the announcement had gathered in front of Monokuma Rock, and soon enough...
Welcome! Welcome!
Is everybody here? Do you guys want to go to the class trial? Where's Nakomaru though?
Wait!
Hey Jack, hold it right there.
Monomy's such a dumb child.
Oops. What? Don't get in my way. You're just a dumb little sister who's short a few brain cells.
Hey!
My brain works just fine.
Hey!
Monokuma, what did you do with Nakomaru? I see. So you've come to avenge him.
What?
Avenge? That sounds like he died. And soon enough, everyone got verified. Sounds like, you say? Oops.
Anyway,
Since Nakomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
bye-bye!
Now then, I gotta go first.
I won't let you.
Ah, hold on, I won't let you escape.
Hey, hey!
Did you hear what he said?
Huh?
Don't worry about it. There's no way Nakomaru was dead. He's just trying to annoy us. Yeah, because no one's allowed to be absent from the class trial.
Damn it!
Of course he's not dead. There's no way, not in a million years.
Well,
More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nakomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that?
how about it?
Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail.
What do you...
What are you saying, fiend? You'll find out soon enough.
See?
Then let's go.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, let's hurry up and get this over with. Yeah, you're right. We stepped onto the escalator and ascended towards the gaping maw of Monokuma Rock. And that's when I suddenly noticed it. I noticed our lined up silhouettes keep getting smaller and smaller. But I can't turn back now. If I turn back, I won't be able to press forward. And when everyone was inside Monokuma Rock, the elevator began its deep descent as usual. Oh my gosh, look, there's like even less people. But nobody said a word. As we stood there trying to figure out what to say to each other, the elevator descended deeper and deeper. And when it descended as far as it could go, it finally stopped. The elevator doors opened slowly, almost tantalizingly so. Light poured through from the other side, eroding the boundaries of the darkness, and I walked into that place. My, it feels pretty toothless with all these empty seats. Well, 2 people got killed at the same time, and Nakomaru's not here either.
Hey!
Is Nakomaru really not participating? If he's alive, you should invite him.
No!
Why bother? What?
Well now.
Now then, let's begin. It's the beginning of the long-awaited class trial. Please enjoy it to your heart's content. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. Ibuki Miyoda, the ultimate musician. She was really loud, but she was the mood maker of our group. When I was with her, all of my pain and suffering just seemed to melt away. Hyoka Sayonji, the ultimate traditional dancer. Just from looking at her adorable face, you'd never know she was actually selfish and foul-mouthed. But she was trying to change herself, and she was desperately trying to come to terms with Mahiru's death. The person who killed those 2 is among us. How many of us are left? I was trying to calculate this earlier, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rip Territory. I always do this, like, the ones who are already dead. So, I definitely can't believe it. 6, 7, 8. Rip Byakuya, Rip Ibuki, and Rip Mahiru. But whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. Rip Yoko, Rip Peko. Unless I figure out the truth, I won't be able to escape from this hell. That's why I must find out, no matter what the cost. For our sake, for our friends' sake, for Ibuki and Hyoko's sake. There's 10 left. Because 6 are now dead, because we had Byakuya died, then Teruteru died, then Mahiru died, then Peko died, and now Ibuki and Hyoko are dead. So that's 6 down and there's 16 students, so there's 10 of us left. And so, the curtain to the 3rd class trial was about to open. This life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. And funnily enough, that's where we're going to leave it. Something murders. Tiv murders. The thought of a third-class trial fills the remaining survivors with despair. Why would the disease be a motive? Why did Ibuki hang herself? And why did Hiyoko's body suddenly appear? Survive the class trial, where mystery begets more mystery. Please don't. No, I'm gonna break this up. I always break the investigation and the class trial up, always. I've done it twice now. Well, this will be the second time I'm doing it. But we're gonna, if we, please do the question. No, I'm not doing the class trial today. No, I've already said that. I'm either doing it tomorrow or next Friday, depending on how busy I am. Set skills. Oh, many skills. Okay. So we're going to do it pre-job prep. Change difficulty, they should both be on me. Yeah, okay, cool. We are not going to finish the preparations. I've saved. I'm just going to save again just to be sure. Yeah, okay. So I'm not doing the trial today. It's either going to be tomorrow or next Friday. So with that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. You will see you'll see me soon for the class trial of case 3 to find out who was killed, Ibuki and Hiyoko. This is Classy Girl 18 signing out.